this right here, you bunch of prima donna ballerina mother.
Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp. We are running through all 32 teams' future odds updates. We're only a few weeks away from the start of training camp, and we're sitting on the AFC West right now. And a team that definitely came out of nowhere last year in the AFC West to win a wild card slot and win that wild card game is the San Diego Chargers, who right now come in with a Super Bowl price from Bovada Sportsbook at plus 4,000 this season. And that would put them right on the edge of playoff contention according to Bovada Sportsbook. And I think that's right around where they'll be this year, just like they were last season. They snuck into the playoffs at 9-7 and made the most of it, winning against the Cincinnati Bengals in that wild card round. And this season, even though they still have much of their team returning and a pretty good squad to put out on the field in the AFC West, they also have a very, very tough schedule. And of course, assuming that the Denver Broncos take this division, you'd have to think that if the San Diego Chargers are going to be a good Super Bowl bet, they'd have to do what only 6 teams have done since 1978, the start of the wild card round, and that's win 3 consecutive road games as well as the Super Bowl on a neutral site. Very difficult to believe, even though it's not impossible to think that the Chargers could do that. They still have a very deep team. Defense very good against the run, probably will be improved against the pass this season as well, and their offense still pretty deep, although not very prolific. They still have a solid football team, and they still can beat you multiple ways with Phillip Rivers as their quarterback. So don't discount the Chargers for that, but it's going to be very difficult for me to recommend if any of these future odds, especially the Super Bowl at plus 4,000. AFC kind of the same way, plus 1,800 right now, pretty fair price from Bovada, but assuming that, they'd have to beat the Patriots and or the Broncos in the same playoffs on the road, which is going to be next to impossible this season, unless, of course, some sort of major injury happens to Tom Brady or Peyton Manning, which I don't think is anything you should be betting on. So AFC price as well, probably pretty fair, but not something I'm looking to wager on here for the San Diego Chargers at plus 1,800. Now, the AFC West is the only one I think that's actually possibly in play, when that would really assume that the San Diego Chargers are going to be an 11 or 12 football team this season and pushing the Denver Broncos, who might have some injuries as well if that's the case. But at plus 550, not going to say it's out of play, but I'm making it in play for myself either. Another, like I said, if Manning gets injured, that would be another story. But I still think, even though they may not win any future odds this season, the San Diego Chargers might still be a pretty good bet ATS and will probably still be a playoff team if completely healthy on both ends of the football. The AFC is pretty wide open. I do think there's 4 distinct division winners. The Broncos, of course, being the AFC West defending champion, probably a champion again this season. But I think that the only way the Chargers would be of any value is if something happened major in that division. So that'll do it for me this time. Make sure you check out all my other future odds updates for the other 31 teams in the NFL. But until then, I'm Jordan Sharp, and this has been another edition of the Sharp Pick.